as you can see, our E-Hole is with us now, manning the tiller, and we've got the motor running, but it's in neutral, and we're going over 6 knots.
7.1.
Oh, 7.1, and we're heading to another little anchorage, and this is the best sail we've had since we hit the San Blas Islands, and Brian, I must have brought us luck. Thank you, Brian. Any words? You want to show your red shoulders?
Just try not to let your boat get stolen.
I'm zooming in on Brian's
Just don't hit a reef.
red shoulders here. He one day and he's already burnt.
All right. We gotta film these islands in the background over here, Mom.
Okay. That's Moran, where we were anchored, and we're heading that-a-way to a new anchorage. Oh, this is perfect. No sun today, a lot of clouds. Squangy's just ahead of us, and we're heading into our new little spot. Still under sail. See the island in the background there. West. The last few days we've been east. That is a wrecked sailboat from about 4 years ago, and there sure isn't much left of that. And it's absolutely beautiful. I'm hoping the camera can pick up the turquoise green. We're anchored, we dropped in 35 and we're sitting in about 43. It's quite a deep anchorage, although we had to go through some reefs. See the reef running there, breaking. It just makes for a really calm anchorage. And there's Polongi. Another part of the islands that are on the West Banderas. I see you, Chuck! Checks if they're doing something with it. We bought crab and lobster from the Kunas. The crabs are absolutely huge, but they have this very thick shell on them, and it makes it quite a chore just to get into the meat. Behind you, you see some islands, and that's the Hollandaise, where we'll be heading in a couple of days, and then we'll leave for Providencia from those islands. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's about 85 degrees. Came up and had engine trouble, and we have a spark plug that worked, and so Dave helped them with it, and they had it going for a little while.
So this is the easy life, huh?
Oh. No, it's a difficult life.
Brian, what do you do all day? That's the question.
Well, hopefully I'm going to have a jam session with some hippie on this yacht over here tonight and get some ice for your vodka and tonics.
That'll be good.
That took me about 3 hours to work that bag of ice.
Well, we know how long it took you to get cucumbers the other day, so...
But I got them, didn't I?
It's not shroud now.
Hey, Brian, what are we having for dinner tonight? We're having crab.
Freshly cracked king crab.
Which we got for free for fixing Akuna's motor the day before.
Dad gave him a new spark plug, fixed his motor, and the next day he came over with nice 2 large crabs for us.
And there's an eclipse of the moon tonight. Anyway, there's a...
Where are we, Brian?
We're on the westernmost island of the Hollandaise Cays, where we will be making our journey to the destination of Providencia, Colombia, which is off Honduras.
We're all sunburned right now because the last 4 or 5... And tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. we'll be getting up and heading out to Providencia, leaving the San Blas Islands. This area has been absolutely gorgeous. This is one of our favorite anchorages. The water was crystal clear, and you could, the reefs were just absolutely beautiful. I could go in my kayak and look down 15 feet and see just about everything you would want to see if you were diving. We've done a lot of snorkeling. Earlier this afternoon we had dolphins playing around the boat and fish jumping all over the place. But it's just gorgeous. We'll come back here someday. There's Pelongi and Cahoots. We're all getting our boats ready to leave. I've tried to zoom in here a little bit on the colors, hoping that you can see how beautiful, are kind of a green and turquoise. There's a reef out there and you can see the waves breaking on it. It gives us good protection here. I want to show you the waves breaking right here too. There's reefs all around us, so when you come in you really want that sun over your head so you can see it, because they're not marked on the charts, or if they are, it's, a lot of it's old information from 100 years ago. Dave and I dove over there yesterday where we were snorkeling. Came upon about 100 of these little fish that look about half the size of a football, kind of a blue-green, and we swam right alongside of them. It was absolutely gorgeous. You got him, Brian?
Yeah, he's right here. We got a hitchhiker here.
Tell them where we are, Brian.
Brian, you got the winch in there?
No. Why don't you give me a Cheeto, see if he wants to eat.
Tell everybody where we are.
We are on our way to Providencia. We left at 4 a.m. this morning. It is now 2:08 in the afternoon.
About 65 miles offshore.
And
We got another 130 miles to go.
so we got a good 2.5 days left on the open seas.
Howdy, howdy.
There's our captain there at the tiller, the auto helm.
And that bird's been with us for 2 hours. Well, that's good. You still got it running?
Yeah.
Oh.
What, that pan there?
Uh-huh. Hi.
Okay, that's enough.
it on?
Not yet. Want to go turn it on?
Yeah.
What I
Okay.
need, not yet, because I need something else to tie this one on.
Okay. We've just arrived in Providencia, Colombia, after a 3-day, 2-night sail. Actually, we left at 3:30 in the morning, and we arrived at 9:30 3 days later. We're tired,
Or I could just use this.
mainly because our auto home broke down, and we all had to hand steer.
Oh, no. Oh, that's a good idea.
And so we are now putting up the Colombian flag and the quarantine flag. And it's a Good Friday, so we've been told a lot of things are closed in town. There it goes. Okay, Brian, stand right there. Come closer to me. Now tell me, what do you do all day?
Well, you flag down Big Brother and you get bumps and bruises, eat, sit, sail, fish, drink beer. That'd about do it.
Okay, now tell us what happened the night before last.
We got a little help from Big Brother.
And who may that be?
Stealth Navy helicopters.
Yes, and what happened?
He spotlighted a drug runner for us, and that was gone on a collision course with us. So we had the Navy helicopter that contacted us earlier fly in and take care of business.
Well, you're sure full of BS.
That's what happened.
A little bit of the town here. We actually saw a car. Haven't seen one in 2 months. I haven't anyway. It's like a real pretty town. I'm anxious to see what it looks like and go out to eat. Real food, not canned food. We had a great sail over. We sailed almost all the way. The only problem we had again was the south steering went out on us, both of them, so we had to hand steer, but we had muscles with us.
But this guy, this lady that I told you,
Yeah.
they have a guest place too, and they
At
bring
the-
gas
at
and
that
sell.
grocery
At the grocery store, there's a desk back there. There's a lady. Talk to
The
her.
one where we went in for the motorcycles?
No. There's
Right
another
over-
one, the very first one, right out the dock. To the
Oh.
right, kind of across the street.
Okay. Okay, I'll check that.
Summersby. This is like another. These here are westerns.
Brian, running the video, so you want to tell everybody who this is? This is
This
our
is
friend.
Evaristo from Providencia,
Yes.
and he's been a good friend while I've been here, and we've had a good time. So say hi, Evaristo.
Hi, for me it's a pleasure to meet up these nice people, Brian B.S.
And they speak Caribbean English here. When I first came here, I thought they spoke Spanish because they were Colombia, and so I started talking in Spanish, and they said, "Do you speak English?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "Well, what do you want to know?" We speak English too, so.
Well, it's nice. Glad to be among you all. And welcome to little island of Providence.
Now you want to speak in Carib English?
Say this. Say welcome to Old Providencia.
Welcome to Providence.
Yeah,
Welcome to Providence.
it's interesting because they're
Forest
speaking
Gump.
English, but it's Caribbean English, and you have to really listen.
Yeah. It's a nice Caribbean English. We belong to the Colombian government, but we have two languages, Caribbean English and Spanish. So anybody that come here from United States, America, speak to we in English, Caribbean English.
There you go.
That's good food.
Sure.
This is what it's like in the Caribbean.
Fresquito.
No hay nada de hielo y no te va a pasar.
And then here's the sailboats out here. And there's reflections. And Baño. And Providencia.
Here is the lobster in the boat.
You got another one? Got another lobster in the boat. There's what they use for bait, the conch. Damn, that is muy grande. Jesus Christ. That's the biggest lobster I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I saw 5 and I get 4 of them.
Okay. Here I am walking up the stairs to Morgan's fort. Morgan was a pirate in late 1800s, something like that. And he robbed all of Central America and buried his treasure here. And sunk Spanish galleons that tried to get him here at the island. And Spaniards came into the bay here, and Morgan at his fort here used these cannons to sink the ship, the Spanish galleons. So this is where it all happened. So supposedly there's lots of treasures buried back in here. Tourists have found gold coins on occasion. And I was thinking maybe it'd be good to bring a metal detector in here. Kind of see the outlines of the fort. It's kind of caved in, and then of course there's the boats, and there's reflections. Safely nestled in the security of the harbor. And that way is Honduras. That way is Panama that we came from. It's an island, here we are in the middle of nowhere. And over there, Belize, Costa Rica, Belize, and Guatemala, and then Yucatan over that way. Nice beach down here. Okay.
Well, this is our kitchen.
Cleaner in my kitchen.
Yeah.
And right now